And he said, how's our family doing? How are our people doing? Let's get some democracy going there. Let's go back and help these guys and get democracy. It took about 30 or 40 years, but we got our democracy. We got our democracy. Unfortunately, we had to have an armed revolution to get our democracy, but we got our democracy. And we got our democracy in 1922. It's only yesterday. I'll tell you why it's only yesterday. Because my father was born in 1922. I'll tell you why that's really interesting. It's because I was talking to him last night, telling him that I'm coming here to meet you today. He's 100 years of age. He lives in Dublin. In 1922 he was born. And the expert said Ireland will not survive. Ireland has no banks. It has no resources. It has nothing. It has no history of democracy. It is born out of revolution. It has no prospects. It's kind of interesting. As of 2022, Ireland has the highest GDP per capita in the European Union. It's Ireland. Okay? Now, that's the thing that gets everybody goes, oh, that's great, blah, blah, blah. That's not actually what matters the most to us at all. Because what did we have 100 years ago when we didn't have oil, unfortunately? We had no oil, we had no coal, we had no industry, we had no factories, we had nothing. Our job was to grow food for the British Empire. But what did we have? What do you think we had? Well, a bit of spirit, yeah, for sure. But it was nearly broken a few times. What do we have? People. People. We had people who had been educated and sitting in the fields. People who had been educated, hearing the stories from their grandparents and great-grandparents of our culture, of our identity, of our language, of our heroes, of our warriors, of our queen in 1533. We call her Grace O'Malley. Grace O'Malley, she's called in the English language. Her name is Gráinne Whale, we would call her. Around the same time, I think of your Queen Amina, is it, of Zaria? Around the exact same period. And the Queen of England was afraid of our pirate queen. Because on the west coast of Ireland, between Ireland and America, this was O'Malley country. And she famously went and rescued her son from the Tower of London. Queen Elizabeth I had captured her son. The pirate queen sailed up the Thames on her pirate ship, took her son back. Pretty unusual, I would have thought, with the Queen of England.